Hey guys, welcome back to Jiva Shastra Abhyasa. I am your educator Niranjan Hegde. In this video, we are going to discuss about the properties of DNA. Before going into the topic, I need to give the answer for the last question, that is the Brazilian currency, right? It is known as Brazilian real, so which is symbolized like this, the Brazil R and dollar, and which has been introduced in 1994, so which has replaced the old currency that is known as Cruzeiro. Okay, Cruzeiro, Cruzeiro, which was the old currency of Brazil. So this has been introduced in 1994. Yes, coming to today's topic, that is properties of DNA. So in this particular topic, we are going to discuss about different properties of DNA, like complementarity, then the stability. See, all these things we will be discussing today. So first things first, that is if you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share the channel and the video, because it's easy and of course it is very free. So then, what's the wait? Let's begin. Yes, whenever we thought of genetic material, the first thing comes in our mind is DNA. With that, so DNA and RNA, these as you all know that these both are the genetic materials in any of the organisms on this earth. So this has certain properties and it has been classified into several properties, and first property, so which we are going to study, is DNA and RNA genetic as a hereditary material. Hereditary material. So you may ask me how it acts. So as you all know that now itself, so DNA is, you know that it is acts as a hereditary material, so which transfers the characters from one generation to the other, right? Yes. So whole DNA is going to be transferred into the next generation during the process of meiosis. So that is one of the very important property of DNA. So then you can ask me, so where the RNA acts as a genetic material or a hereditary material? So mainly in viruses. So as you can see, the RNA always acts as a genetic material in viruses, which transfers the characteristics from one generation to the other. So coming to the next property of genetic materials, that is DNA and RNA. So these are, so here here the DNA is a double stranded which gives more stability than the RNA. Then the second very important property is stability of genetic material. So then you may ask me that how the stability occurs in when the double stranded DNA forms. So there will be the nucleotides will arrange or bond with the complementarity. So that means the two polynucleotide strands. So if you imagine that this is a particular DNA, so there will be two polynucleotides, as you can see. This will be connected with each other with the help of hydrogen bonds in between them. So where the nucleotides will complementary to each other. That means adenine pairs with thymine and guanine forms with cytidine. right? Isn't it? So this forms a stable bond and a stable DNA structure, which gives more stable, that it will travel together. All the characters which are present on this particular DNA will be transferred into the next one. So then why RNA is not so much stable, you can ask me. That comes to the point that the RNA has, as it is a single stranded, RNA is a single stranded, there will be no complementarity can be seen in between two. If there is a two strands only, you can see single stranded, it may divide at any time, at any point of time. So that is what the single stranded DNA, that is single stranded RNA, is unstable in nature. Okay, so this is the second very important property of the genetic material, that is stability. So then coming to the third point, the flow of or the connection between DNA and RNA. So flow or connection between DNA and RNA, how these two are connected. So you can that is a very simply we can say, so that is the replication process, the replication or the protein synthesis process shows us that there is a link between DNA and RNA. Then you may say how it happens. Simply I will tell you. So that is so when the DNA is there, DNA undergoes the process, the DNA goes under the process known as transcription, where this transcription process avails the transfer of coded message over to the mRNA, right? So on the mRNA ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಈ DNA ಮೇಲೆ ಇರುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಕೋಡೆಡ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಗಳು ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ mRNA. then what happens? ಸೊ then there is ಈ mRNA ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಇರುವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಕೋಡೆಡ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ಗಳು, it has to be converted into form of protein. So then there will be a process known as translation, which converts it into protein. That is the synthesis of protein. So this is the link between the DNA and the RNA. So these are the three major very important properties of genetic material, that is DNA and RNA: the stability, the hereditary, and the connection between RNA and DNA. I hope this information is very well understood by you, and I hope you like this video. So if you like this video, please hit a thumbs up and share this video, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel, because it's easy and free. In the next video, we will be going to learn about the replication and its experimental proof that this process of replication of DNA is semi-conservative. Until next time, let's hit the road of success together. Jai Hind.